And we have an important update on U.S. military aid to Ukraine. The Pentagon has decided it will send cluster bombs to the country. This highly controversial weapon has been banned by over 100 countries. NTD's Jason Perry has the latest updates.
The U.S. has confirmed that it will send cluster munitions to help Ukraine fend off Russia's invasion. But this is a highly controversial weapon that the U.S. itself stopped using in 2016 because of the danger it poses to civilians. And over 120 countries have banned the use of these weapons through the Convention on Cluster Munitions. Cluster bombs are also known as dual-purpose improved conventional munitions, or DPICMs. But what exactly are cluster bombs and why are they so controversial? Their canisters are filled with smaller bomblets and can be dropped from planes, launched from missiles, or fired from artillery. The canister opens in the air, releasing the bomblets, which are dispersed over a large area intended to destroy multiple targets at once. According to an article on the U.S. Army's eArmor website, each canister can carry 88 bomblets, and each bomblet has a lethal range of about 100 square feet. The problem is not all of the bomblets explode after hitting the ground, and the unexploded munitions can be unintentionally detonated by civilians years or even decades later. One thing the Pentagon is focused on is the dud rate, as the Red Cross has reported that 10 to 40% of cluster munitions failed to detonate in recent conflicts. Pentagon Press Secretary General Pat Ryder addressed this on Thursday.
I will say that we have multiple variants of DPICMs in our stocks, and the ones that we are considering providing would not include older variants with dud rates that are higher than 2.35%.
And he explained how DPICMs could help Ukraine on the battlefield.
What DPICMs bring to a battlefield is anti-armor and anti-personnel capability. So essentially, it can be either loaded with shape charges, which are armor penetrating, or they can be loaded with fragmentary munitions, which are anti-personnel. So clearly a capability that would be useful in any type of offensive operations.
So how is NATO handling the issue, as the majority of NATO countries have banned cluster munitions?
Well, it is for individual allies to make decisions on what type of weapons. All allies agree that we should deliver weapons, ammunition to Ukraine. NATO as an alliance doesn't have a position on the convention simply because there are different views among allies on the convention.
National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said it was a difficult decision to make given the risk to civilians. But ultimately, there was a unanimous recommendation from the National Security Team, and President Biden made the final decision to send the cluster bombs to Ukraine. Jason Perry, NTD News.